Greetings, fellow magical wanderers. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm so happy to have you here, and I thank you absolutely for all of the love and support and even guidance that you've been offering me on this journey of sharing my gifts, talents, abilities with the cards and just being a clear conduit and channel for high vibrational spirit to come through. I've really been enjoying this, and it would just be very different if I were doing it alone, but I'm so grateful to have you here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Today, there is another direct spirit channeled message coming through. And it kind of ties into the last video that I did, which was talking about this birthing going on. Like, we'll gradually ease our way into this, but I'm going to start off by saying that, again, it's like a mother having a child in a planetary sense right now. Earth is giving birth to a child, and that child is your new awakened sense of conscious self, your awakened God self, and you are the child of God. And with you being a child of God, that innately means that you are also of God. And so, in having this knowing, we truly get to behold all of the power that that entails. And it is up to us individually, with our conscious right action, to do good with that power. If that is so our intention to do so, to be a good person, to share love and light and humanitarianism. This is the time that we all have been seeking in our life. This is the time where people come together. Innovation sparks up. There are new inventions that help rejuvenate the planet. This is the age of Aquarius. This is the new dawning, the golden era of all things peace, harmony, unity, love, creation, intuition, healed relationships between the feminine and the masculine, and a union with spirit as one, coming through our bodies and our physical forms, living with us, through us, as us, being the I am all that I am. That is what we are experiencing right now. And the old is indeed falling away. The old is perishing. It has become outdated, and therefore it is no longer going to be in any kind of way whatsoever as we continue going along this process. And I applaud and I praise all of the inner work that you've been doing. You know, for quite some time, you've been in a cocoon state, doing that inner work, that inner alchemization, really tuning into your own true nature, getting to know yourself, who you really are, what you are, where you come from, and what you're here to do on Earth at this time. And there's something impeccably powerful about having all of those knowings for yourself, because that is your key to the gate of heaven, if you so will choose to call it. Heaven is a state of consciousness. It's not so much of a place as much as it is your present moment, in which you can tap into at any moment. and manifest it to be whatever you directly, intentionally manifest it to be. Happy, harmonious, peaceful, healthy, wealthy, connected, or there's the flip side of living in a state of consciousness that reflects hell, where you are consumed by that hate and that darkness and everything that goes along with that I'm not necessarily going to speak upon, because we've been there, done that, and we don't need to rehash the whole situation. We know what went on, and we can give our self-empowerment within the authority to fully move on into a new experience. And we're on the precipice of experiencing a timeline that we perhaps never have before in this way. The fall that is going to be happening and is happening is the first of its kind. It is similar in a lot of ways to past falls of civilizations. But this time is different because of what all we have learned in our self-conscious evolutionary state. What all we have traversed through as souls. What all past life karmas and remembrances we have awakened within our being that has allowed us to pursue this path that we're on currently with that light within and that faith and knowing that we can get through it. We can get through it, and we are getting through it. And thank you again for doing your work, because by you doing your work, like spiritual homework, who knew that school would actually be training us in that way to allow us the insight of, there still is homework, and that's our own personal duty to align our vibration, practice the law of attraction, become who we truly are, and connect with our true nature, and be a genuine person. Be kind, be loving, be sharing from that fulfilled space within that you have brought unto you. For you to realize that your life is completely your own doing. No longer pointing fingers, taking full accountability. And that may result in maybe even being angry at yourself. And that's okay. That's valid. You can even be disappointed in yourself. You can even feel depressed. But know a couple things. Feelings are fleeting. Truly. They are fleeting. They will come just as fast as they will go, and vice versa. So don't attach to the feelings, with the faith and knowing that you can be this ever occurring flow of fluid energy going in and out, in and out. And once you consciously choose to release one of those feelings and swap it with another, maybe it's opposite. Maybe if you're feeling depressed, you start doing things that bring you feelings of joy, or you take yourself outside, go get some sunshine, and you alchemize that energy, you transform it, and automatically you've done the process. You've taken the old, transformed it, and brought in the new, and transmuted your emotional state, which is aligned with true self-mastery. If you look around the world and in the societies, you look around and you can potentially see that not many people are really even knowing who they truly are, or what they're here for, what their life dharma is, their life purpose. And by you knowing your life purpose and who you are and doing the work, by you doing that for you, It's a trickle effect. You're showing up in the world as this God righteous self, knowing your worth, knowing your deservingness, knowing that you're glowing, but you're not abusing it, and you're not abusing others with it. You're not placing yourself on a pedestal to be a martyr or for people to praise your feet. You are rather showing them, just by example of you living and showing up, walking into the room as that light being, you are showing them the way within to their selves, to their sovereignty, to their own light, to their own inspiration, to everything in which you are. You are holding up a mirror to them. And you are saying, everything that you see in me is all that is already existing within you. That is how you are able to perceive it. That is the only way you are able to see what you see in me, because it's in you, and you know what you're looking for, and you know what you're recognizing in others is already in you. There's just this programming and manipulation that you've given yourself, maybe perhaps based from the outside even, but ultimately it became an inward process, and you started to believe that those things are only outside of you first. But as the times are changing and you are continuing to do the inner work, you're realizing truly, and listen clearly, you're realizing truly that everything does begin within. And the world of your dreams, the life of your dreams, is in the power of your own consciously willing hands to create it in your will, your willpower. You just have to be willing to perhaps step into the unknown, take the leap of faith, go into the unknown territory that you've never been before. Maybe it's scary, maybe you have doubts about it or doubts of yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just go along with the process. Be gentle, be loving unto yourself. And be that kind of friend that you would like to have along your side, supporting you, rooting you on, giving you all the praise, giving you all the affirmation, giving you all the validation that you need. Be that for yourself, because there's one profound truth about life that I can openly and lovingly share with anybody who I will ever come in contact with, is this: we come here alone, we leave here alone. Now, alone, depending on your definition, I believe that we're never truly alone, if you know what I mean. You know, spirit always surrounding us. But what I mean is, you come into this world as one singular body, beholding a soul in your being. When you put your head on the pillow at night, you are in your one body, your only mind. You're settling in your own heart. And therefore, when you take your last breath on earth, you are alone in your own state of consciousness, taking your last breath and saying goodbye to this earthly experience at this time. So we must take full accountability and responsibility for our own lives in a friendly way. And we must be our own friend for life. And that will allow harmony, peace, union with all of humanity, union with all the spirit that I am, And being your own friend is profound. Be your own friend. Be your own friend. Be the one that you can rely on. Be the one that follows through in your word with action that matches. Be the one that looks up to you, that looks at you in the mirror, loves you, praises you, compliments you, gives you everything you will possibly ever need in your life. Be the one for you that provides for you. Be the one that fulfills your temple with loving nourishment and light and healthiness. Be the one that brings precious, gifted memories into your life to remember for life. And you will find through doing this that you truly aren't alone, because as you become your own friend, that is when you actually start to attract magnetic, reflective friendships that are true in the external life. And I don't know about you, but to me, that feels like New Earth family. That feels like soul family. When we all come together and lovingly support and uphold and bring harmony and healing and community unto one another. All sit down around the dinner table, share laugh, share medicine, share love, share affection, share attention, undivided attention, because you simply enjoy being there with them. And you'd rather have nothing else than to be surrounded by your loved ones. That's what we're awakening into, among many, many, many other beautiful, infinite, prosperous, fruitful things. So the silver lining of this conversation is it's time to push through the cocoon. It's time to lovingly allow ourselves to bloom in our own way, at our own time, at our own pace, but still holding the intention and the conscious willpower to peek out of the cocoon and to bloom, to spread our wings, knowing our deservingness and worthiness and righteousness to be able to fly as our metamorphosis has completed at this time. The metamorphosis of a lifetime of many. The metamorphosis that simultaneously blooms your dreams to life because of you, because of your willingness to allow them to bloom, which is reflective in how you are allowing yourself to bloom. You see, your dream life is completely reflective to your dream self. If you start acting more upon embodying your dream self, you are going to find that you are starting to embody also the dream life that your dream self has been wanting to live or has been dreaming to live. It's innate of a process. And it's time. It's time to fully show up into life as a being of cosmic love, creativity, intuition, awakened healing abilities, that brings healing to the communities, to the peoples of Earth, of the animals, of every living creature, of plants. It's time to bring everything rejuvenation in which we have awakened in ourselves. It's time to believe in magic, real, true, magical magic. It's time to believe in our abilities of magic. It's time to enliven our inner child imaginations and bring it into the forefront, into our daily lives now, as we continue forward along our path, creating the dream life that we desire for ourselves. It's simple, right? And more so nowadays, we are prepared because we have awakened so much of our true self that we truly have realized, and not in a cocky or stuck up way, but we've truly realized I am worth it. I am awesome. I am a kind human being. I do want the betterment for all of humanity, and I do have that power to bring the betterment for all of humanity. I do have magical powers. I am a wizard. I am a princess. I am a queen, a king, a magical creature. I am a unicorn. You know? It's time. It's time. It's time to come out. Lovingly. Gently emerging. And I didn't know why I chose this shirt today, but now I do. Because it's time to gently unfold the petals of the lotus of our own true nature. It's time to gently bloom like a spring flower. It's time. So, there's one card that's wanting to come through by Spirit, and this is from the Spirit Song Animal Tarot deck that I have, and it is absolutely delightfully lovely. And we're going to see what message Spirit wants to bring through these. So Spirit, what message are you wanting to bring through these Spirit Song, Spirit Animal cards? Okay, there's 2 here. Okay. Number 8, the elephant. Courage and endurance. That's very, very, very aligned with this conversation. Because it takes courage to bloom. And it takes even more courage to show up authentically as your true magical self. And it takes endurance to sustain yourself in this new habitual lifestyle and way of living according and aligned with you being in your true nature. And the elephant is a very gentle, unconditionally loving, family-oriented spirit animal. And I sense you are that. Tatavam asi, which means thou art that. And you have the courage. You have the willpower of endurance. You have the power of perseverance. You can get through any obstacle that chooses to show up for you. You know why? Because you've done it before, and you should know by now that whatever arises on your path, you always figure it out when you need to most. Even if you've procrastinated to the last moment, you have always figured it out. So don't worry. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. And the more that you trust and believe in yourself, the more you won't feel like procrastinating. The more you won't have to figure it out at the last moment. You may start ahead of time because you have that sense and you're in tune to what's going on. It starts speeding up, and then you get to have this feeling of, okay, this is coming into my field. Let me feel this and dissect it a bit, see where it's coming from before it's even actually happening or in your field physically. And then by the time it's actually in your field, you've already decided, okay, yeah, this thing is good for me. Let's bring it in. Let's work with it in my life. Or no, not right now. I don't want to have that experience. I'm just gonna hold that off for now, and I'm gonna, continue kind of different direction. um, and then the next card, Seven of Shells, which is the Lobster. This card is all about choice and ambitions. You have the choice, innately and infinitely, eternally, to connect with your true nature first, and then show up authentically as your true self from what you've connected to within. Connecting to that wellspring of immortal youth, who you truly are as a spirit human. Okay? Or as a spirit, if you just want to go in that direction. But spirit human is very valid because you're still a human here. You're still watching this video with two physical eyes. But you're also in tune with all the other senses of your life. All 6 senses and more. But it takes choice and ambition. And the definition of ambition is what's inspiring you to go after your dreams? What is motivating you to make you feel ambitious going towards your goals? What are your ambitions? What are your motivations? Okay, if you just reflect on your dream life, if you reflect on visions that you have of where you're wanting to be or who you are wanting to show up as, and your goals aligned with that, make also side notes along your goals of what's inspiring you to go towards this in the first place. What's the motivation here? Why are you wanting to enliven this in your life? Why are you wanting this? And I will just say, Spirit will always upfrontingly support your whys if and mostly when they are of being a greater service unto humanity, when it is for serving the highest, greatest good of all, when you are enlivening a goal or an ambition or a dream that serves the highest, greatest good of all, of humanity, and is of service to others from an unconditionally loving, creative, infinite space within. And that's what you're showing up as. You are actually beholding the courage to endure through current circumstances that have maybe been feeling like you're being held back, or there's a block in the road somewhere. You are having enough endurance to clear that block for yourself, push through it, get past it, and then continue making right choices that align with your motivations and your ambitions towards your goals. Making the choices that bring your dream reality unto manifest. Just become clear on what your why is. Why are those goals motivating you? What is it about them that is motivating you to manifest this betterment for you in life? Um, so yeah, that's very, very, very telling. Thank you, Spirit, for those cards. Very, very aligned and super grateful. Um, oh, I will actually read this elephant card, number 8. It showed up as reversed. So I'm just going to read the reversed message and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But, you know, most of the time it just offers insight in this deck. It doesn't necessarily tell you, it doesn't feel like a scolding or anything. It just kind of directs your awareness and perspective along a path that could help you alleviate some of these energies that are maybe contradicting the courage and endurance. So the reverse message of elephant is: self-doubt will erode your courage. Reconnect to your core strength by drawing on your willpower. Count your current blessings, as this will renew your self-confidence. And the reversed keywords are fear, self-doubt, insecurity, imbalance, and anger. And what I say in the beginning of this reading is, you know, even if you've been feeling angry with yourself for being in your own way, or acting upon old habits that you no longer know, that you know are no longer serving you, and you want to release them, and you've been doing a lot of work to release them, so you may be feeling disappointed or anxious or angry at yourself, and that's valid. But again, feelings are fleeting. They're going to go just as fast as they come, and vice versa. So don't hold an attachment to your feelings and what is coming up in here, because if you allow yourself a clear flowing vessel for things to flow in and out of from, you know, from realms that you are personally connected to, then you can best sift through and grab out of the ether and pull it down into physical manifest what is serving you and promoting your true nature expression and magic self. So yeah, you know, just give yourself some ease, grace, patience, and love, because it really is just a time of truly coming into your own nature and showing up, being your own unconditionally loving and supportive friend, allowing that to manifest outward, real, true relationships that are there for you, that listen to you, that uplift and hold you when you are needing it, and that allow you to know that it is okay to have your personal needs met as well. So it's concluding there. The message has been very clearly conveyed, and yeah, I speak that you used your own discernment, took what resonated for you, and left the rest for the others. And till next time, tune in to another video. I'm going to be trying to channel spirit directly more so often every day, to get more in my own true nature and authentic flow, because honestly, I'm very connected to spirit, and I am a clear channel and a trusted conduit to gain insight from, because I have no malicious or selfish intent to manipulate anybody. So know that whenever these messages are coming through, I'm literally stable in position to be of betterment and of higher, greater service unto all of humanity. I am to serve the all. And that's the spirit that I channel. So, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But thank you for tuning in. And till next time, um, yeah, have a beautiful rest of your day. Be blessed. Namaste.